Hi, so today we're going to look at how to solve any type of equations in the Texas Instrument calculator, the Ti-Nspire type of calculator, the graphic calculator. So what we have to do is open a new page in the calculus mode. So we go here to the calculus mode. I've got it in Spanish, but I'll give you the options in English. So we go to the menu, we go to algebra, and we go to the solver. The first option is the solver. And we'll have the equation that says solve. And then here we just have to put the equation we want to solve. For example, if we want to solve this quadratic equation, minus 6x minus 16, for example. It has to be an equation, so it has to be equal to something. In this case, I'll say equal to 0, but we could have it equal to any other number. And then we have to put comma and the variable we're going to solve it for, in this case the x. Okay, so we press enter and we'll see the solutions. But this is a quadratic equation. We can solve it in many other ways. We want to see this working for any type of equation, which is the interesting part. Well, I'm going to show you the same thing here, but with another variable. For example, so if we go to the solve, so we go to menu, algebra, and the solver, and we just write the same equation, but just write a instead of x. So imagine we're writing a squared minus 6a minus, I'll say equals to 16, so that you can see we don't have to write it as equal to 0. And then the variable is a. Click on enter and we get the same solutions. So let's solve a real life example from an exam. So this is a real life question from an exam. We will be asked various questions with this function, which is logarithm of x times e to the power of x plus 1 minus x to the power of 4. The first option says find the coordinates of a, being a the maximum, so you have to do the derivative and solve it and whatever. We're going to do the second one. Find the coordinates of b. B is the point where it cuts the x-axis, so it's the x-intercept. So if it cuts the x-axis, the equation is y equals 0, because for the x-axis you have y equals 0 for the cutting points, and for the y-axis it's x equals 0. Okay, so what we really want to solve is this logarithm equals 0. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to write that on our calculator, so with the solver. So we go to the algebra solver. I'm going to write logarithm, which is here written with the blue key, logarithm of x times e to the power of x plus 1 minus x to the power of 4. And then as I said, it has to be an equation, so it has to be equal to something. As it's the cutting points in the x-axis is equal to 0, and our variable is x. It's a paper too, so we can use our calculator, and we should use a calculator. So we click here and enter, and we get two solutions, x equals 0, x equals 1.0985. If we go to our problem, we see that the first one is x equals 0, and our b is the 1.09885. As it's the IB, it says you have to always use three significant figures unless it stated otherwise. So our solution is going to be 1.10, as the 9 changes the next number to 1, and it's 1.10 would be the solution with three significant figures. So this is how to solve any equation with our Texas Instrument calculator.